How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This is the TACKLIFE 8-inch pole saw. It comes with this shoulder strap, so most of the weight is on my shoulder. When I'm cutting a tree, I'm not holding on to this 12-pound thing right now. It's just on my shoulder, so it makes things a lot easier. Let me go back and unbox this, show you what's included, how to assemble it, and also test it out. Instruction manual. Looks like there's a little revision sticker over here. A charger, and this kind of looks like a DeWalt battery receptacle. Let me check. It looks like it, but they're not compatible. Remove the packaging, another package. The actual chain of the chainsaw, the piece that holds the chain, a little cover for the chainsaw, and a shoulder strap to take the weight off of your hands. Here's a battery manual, and this will fit in the charger, of course. It's saying somewhere between 1/3 and 2/3 charge. Pretty reasonable coming out of the box. And here's the handle side. The battery goes there. You would hold it like this. This material looks like it's fiberglass. The end has just 2 conductors. I can't easily pull this off, so I'll leave that for now. And we have this last piece that looks like it's an extra extension to make it a little bit longer. Here's a comparison between the included battery and the DeWalt battery. This one is a 20 volt, 2 amp hour, 40 watt hours, whereas the DeWalt one is a 1.5 amp hour, 30 watt hour. So this one is a little bit bigger, even though the size looks to be very, very similar. I'm gonna plug it in to charge it. This will output 21 volts, 1.5 amps. So it'll do a full charge of the battery in about 1.5 hours or so. Because this is about half charge, it should consume about 30 watts. Right there, it's ramping up, 25. 31. Ooh, it's going a little bit over 37. So there's some inefficiencies here. So by the time it reaches the battery, it is 31.5 if you want to be specific. If it's plugged in, it's a solid green. When you plug it in, it blinks to indicate it's charging. And when it's full, it'll be a solid green. If there's something wrong with the battery, it will light up red. Now we're gonna install the cutter bar and saw chain onto the main unit. There's this knob here and you just twist it, unscrew this, completely remove it. Remove this piece. This little expanding circle gives you tensioning in the chain. This part right here is where the oil will come out and it goes into that hole. And that hole goes in between these 2 plates, and that's where the chainsaw will pass through and pick up some oil as it passes along. We'll get our chainsaw out. The cutter actually goes from here down that way. This little symbol is not quite clear, but the flat part is towards the left. So we'll arrange it that way on the cutter bar. And they'll hit this part that's not sharp first, and then it runs into this sharp part. So it's gonna just shave it off a little bit at a time. Then you put this whole piece right onto this hub, angle it a little bit, put one of the teeth underneath this solid piece, and then arrange it on top of here. Put the cover back, move this knob around to make it fully seated, and then put this knob back on. After you tighten it, open it up half a turn or so. Then you twist it counterclockwise to tighten this. Look at this little letter. As I turn it, it's gonna come out a little bit, about 2 millimeters, and then I can tighten this. Here are the full warnings on how to avoid the kickback. Cut at full throttle and along the straight edge and not on the tip. You also need to hold it where you have full control below shoulder height. Now let's connect the 2 pieces of the pole saw together. This is a saw piece and here's a handle one. Along the tip there's an arrow. We gotta match that to this thing over here. There's only one way to put it, and we just push this in and screw it to tighten. Now it's one single solid piece. Put the battery in. It has a battery indicator right at the handle, red, orange, green. There's also an indicator on the battery itself. To turn it on, push the safety down and pull the trigger. The extension has the same connector pieces, so you can make it a little bit longer. The start of the saw, not the end of the saw, to this handle is about 7 foot 2 inches. This extension will give you another 2 foot half inches more for a total of around a 9 foot reach. This is a shoulder strap. It only connects to one point on the pole saw. And if I pull up on this, it looks like it's front heavy. It's quite long and bulky, and I barely have enough room in the living room to show the entire length of it. I don't have the extension on right now, but let's try to put it on. Seems like I gotta come this way since I'm right-handed. One hand on the handle, the other hand on the pole. Let me remove the guard. Notice there's like a little shock absorber over here in case there's vibration coming in from the pole saw. It won't translate directly to your shoulder. I'm pushing the safety and pulling the trigger. You would normally hold on to this area of the pole. There's like a little cushion right here. I've tightened this shoulder harness quite a bit so it can hang off my shoulder mostly. You don't want to hold on to it with both hands. So it can just kind of rest on my shoulder like this. I have both hands off. The other side, pushing against my thigh, most of the weight is off of my hands. So I can just kind of control it like this. Definitely a lot less effort than a manual pole saw. So let's give it a try on a real tree. Before handling the end of the chainsaw or working on it, you should remove the battery just for extra level of safety. I'm gonna add the chainsaw oil. This is not included, although I wish they include like 1 or 2 ounces or something, but it's called chain oil. This is fairly cheap. You can get it at your local hardware store and we can just fill it up. This doesn't come off, so you gotta pour it in carefully. Kind of has like a reddish tint to it. Oop! Oh no, a little bit too much. There we go. There's a gauge on the side here. It says minimum. Looks very sharp, but we'll cut some trees and see how well it does. We'll try it on this top tree branch. I have some branches that are touching the exterior of the house, which is not ideal. So I'm gonna trim some of those back. Let me get that one up there too, but I'm gonna trim it right here. Oh, easy peasy. Here's a sample piece. I'm gonna do a close-up of it. Let's cut it right here again. Nice clean cut there. Let's try it on this one. It seems to work best when it's cutting this side because it has something to push against. In fact, there's this little ridge area where the branch can sit right here and all these teeth will come in and push against this. Now you're working like this or with it vertical like this. But if you want to put it down for a while and do something else, this clip easily comes off. You can put it down, and when you want to put it back on, you just kind of snap it back just like that. Or you can remove it at this buckle side like that, and it comes off and put it back on. I kind of like unbuckling it from here because I don't have to wrap this around my back every time. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys are interested in getting this TACKLIFE 8-inch pole saw, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.